Like, I've stolen a lot from just general crew members.
The Twilight cast spent almost 5 years of their lives filming as your favorite vampires, werewolves, and humans. It's only natural that they'd want some type of memorabilia to remember their time with the box office phenomena. But stealing props from a set comes with a big risk.
Stealing. How about borrowing?
Ready to find out which actors were successful and who was put in the hot seat for their shenanigans? Out of the entire cast, Robert Pattinson was probably one of the actors who had the most free reign over which props he could take a swipe at.
Apparently Rob stole a lot of things from set.
But he wasn't interested in the Cullen emblem or Edward's wedding ring. What he wanted was his character's underwear. Throughout the 5 films, he became obsessed with them and stole them on multiple occasions.
I've heard rumors of a certain man named Rob stealing some underpants.
They have the best underwear, and I have no idea where they get it from. I use it every day. Kristen Stewart wasn't too impressed with his revelation. Underwear? That's so weird. Well, Kristen?
People have different taste.
While Rob went for a more unique approach to prop stealing, Kristen stuck with what was most important to her character, and took some items that she knew she'd cherish for the rest of her life.
What did you take?
I took my rings.
She managed to get her hands on not 1, but 3 of Bella's rings throughout the films. I took the rings. I have the engagement ring, the moon ring, and the wedding ring.
I didn't steal it. I mean, they knew I took it.
While the moon ring reminds her of director Catherine Hardwicke, and the other 2 of Bella, all 3 are very significant in her life. They are really, truly quite important to me. It's amazing that she was able to walk away with the engagement ring, considering how much work went into it, including consultations with Stephenie Meyer herself.
So what we ended up doing is having a conversation with Stephenie Meyer, and this is the final result.
But Kristen didn't just stop at the rings. She helped one of her fellow co-stars get her hands on the prop she had been vying for while filming the first Twilight movie. Nikki Reed absolutely loved the cleats that Rosalie wore during the Twilight baseball scene, but she was just a little too nervous about taking them. And although Kristen kept pushing, saying, "This is not a big deal. You can just have your shoes," Nikki just couldn't do it.
You don't understand what you're doing.
Kristen took them for me because I just could never take anything from the set because I'm such a rule follower. Regardless, she didn't just swipe them for her. She made it a huge surprise. The 2 had a thing going where they would buy each other Converse shoes, but one day Kristen put the cleats in the shoebox instead. Ashley Greene was obsessed with Alice's wardrobe, and who can blame her? The Cullens all had fashion sense, but Alice was on a whole other level. Ashley was especially drawn to her undercover look in Italy while filming New Moon.
Ashley has been very open about the amount of borrowing she's done.
Really?
While what she wanted was the stunning Michael Kors coat she wore, she had to settle for stealing the Ray-Ban sunglasses she wore instead. She's still in disbelief that she didn't get to keep the coat. It's just so crazy that I didn't end up getting it. On the bright side, she still has the glasses to remember the jacket by.
You wouldn't want to make a scene.
Peter Facinelli followed in Kristen's footsteps, but wasn't successful at first. When New Moon wrapped, he knew he had to find a way to keep the extremely cool custom Cullen ring he got to wear. But he got caught. They called me and asked for it back. I was like, I don't know where it is. They were like, we need it for the next movie. But Peter was persistent, and it's safe to say in the end he was successful with his prop stealing. When we did Breaking Dawn Part 2, it might have, or it might not have been left on my finger when I got home. Don't worry, Peter, no one has to know. Kellen Lutz claims he wasn't all that into the whole prop stealing situation and instead kept the memories from the film close to heart. But there was one prop he walked away with from the first film. Just like his on-screen wife, he became quite attached to the vampire baseball scene and asked the producers if he could take the hat Emmet wore. Okay, so he didn't exactly steal the prop, but he had the guts to ask to take one, and that is just as scary.
I tried to steal Mackenzie Foy, but I wasn't allowed.
While these cast members will have something to remember their time on Twilight by, others like Taylor Lautner, who turned down Jacob's wig, I should have kept that thing, and Elizabeth Reaser, who just never had the opportunity to take anything, have major regrets.
I thought they would call me later and offer me something,
I
and
did
they never
too.
did.
Sometimes, stealing that prop is worth the risk. Just ask Nikki. What Twilight prop would you want to take home with you? Let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching!